In today's video we're going to be jumping back into more Path of Exile 2, and this time I'll be going over one of the most important things you'll need to know about, and that's going to be the trading system. In Path of Exile 2 you can grab yourself a whole bunch of loot, but trading is almost essential if you want to perfect your build and become truly powerful. Now the first thing you're going to need to know about trading is that you're going to have to sign up for a Path of Exile account, because otherwise you won't be able to benefit from trading and your life in the game will just be a whole bunch harder. Not impossible by any means, but definitely trading makes things easier. First thing you want to do, go to the Path of Exile official website, and then you're going to sign up for an account by basically linking it towards your email and such. Once you're all signed up and you're verified by going to your email and clicking on the links, then you'll be able to go over to the Path of Exile site once more, log into it, go up the very top to where your chosen account name is, and then you'll be able to link the game to whatever you're actually playing it on. Now I've only done this currently myself for the Xbox, so I don't know if you can do it for several. Let me know in the comments if anyone's actually managed this, but I'd say do it for the one that you're playing as your preferred type, whether it be Steam or console, whatever you're going for, and then pretty much most of the hard work is out of the way. So once you are all set up, what you're going to want to do is head over to the actual game, play as much as you want, do whatever you need to, but whenever you want to go to a bit of trading, you're going to be able to press your start menu, pause the game, and then head over to the trading website. This is going to tell you that it's going to be going to an alternate link, and after verifying that you're not a bot, it's going to send you through to the Path of Exile 2 trade website. This thing is absolutely awesome. You can navigate around it, you can look for exactly what you want by narrowing all of your searches, and if you want to find a specific piece of gear, for example if I'm going to be looking for something for a warrior such as a two-handed mace, and as well as that I can also put exactly what stats I'm after. So if I'm after something high, or if I'm after something that's a little bit niche, it's still going to look for that certain thing once I add in the criteria. Remember though, if you are aiming for some of the best loot and you're starting to up all of the actual attributes on it, then things can definitely become a little bit on the pricey side, and if you're after things that are quite nice, they're usually going to cost you a few exalts, anything from 1 to kind of like upwards to 30, but if you're going for those really top end piece of gear, you're going to be going into the divine region. The divine currency is worth roughly around about 70 give or take at the moment of the exalts, but obviously that can fluctuate depending on the market, so bear this in mind when you're trading and looking over the items to purchase. Now if there is something you're actually after, then you're going to click on the direct whisper just down here, and it's going to send a notification down to the person who's online, and then you're going to want to pop back over to your main game and try to link up with them. Sometimes this can be a bit hit and miss, obviously if they're doing something in game that they can't get out of, or maybe they've gone just out of the room for a moment, you may not get a reply, but wait a little while just in case, and most times you'll find yourself golden. Most times they're going to give you a party invite, you're going to head over to where they are, or they're going to head over to where you are by warping straight to one another, and then you're going to have met up, make sure that you're actually getting the item you're after when you do go through the trading screen, and then you're both going to confirm and the trade's going to be done. Thank them, be on your way, and hopefully you've grabbed yourself something nice in order to make your build much better overall. Now by this point you're going to be set up, you can buy exactly what you're after, but how exactly do you get rid of things if you want to make currency for yourself? Now depending on when the game comes out and what you've purchased and kind of your standard or premium bundles and such, you may or may not have some premium stash tabs. If you haven't, then unfortunately you can't actually sell anything. The main way you get more premium stash tabs is by going over to your microtransaction shop. Remember, the early access and when the game actually launches will come with coins that you can actually spend on stuff in here, but one thing you definitely want to do is to check out the actual stash tabs, as this is going to make your quality of life much better overall. Now in here there's a whole bunch of cool stuff that you can buy. You can make your character kitted out and look really nice, get yourself some pets, a whole bunch of things to grab, but the main thing you're going to want to look at is going to be your stash tabs. Here you can buy a lot of ones that are going to make things easier for yourself overall, but the main one you're going to want to look at is going to be one of your premium stash tabs. Sometimes there's sales going on with these, so if you can get hold of some when there are, that's definitely ideal, but if not, this is the standard currency they go for. You can also upgrade some of your standard to premium stash tabs. If you want to be able to sell things off really cheaply, this is probably the go-to way. But if not, I would highly recommend the premium stash tab bundle, as this is going to give you 6 stash tabs, absolutely perfect for selling off all of your gear. So now you know absolutely everything you need to know about buying and being able to set up your account, but how exactly do you trade and sell off the stuff that you don't want? So if we head over to our stash, you're going to see that I've got an absolute abundance of gear, but also a lot of tabs up the top there. Scrolling through these tabs, you'll be able to set up an absolute abundance of these, really making your life a whole bunch easier. In general, the more tabs you have, the easier it's going to be, because you'll be able to acquire a lot of loot in this game, and this way you'll be able to know exactly what you've got going on and work out exactly what you want to do with it. For example, if you're holding on to it or selling it on, or if there's some really top end gear in there that you want to get rid of. that you think will make some really nice currency. Now, when you've got your standard tabs, unfortunately you can't do an awful lot with them. If I hold in the right analog and left plus left on the controller, it's going to give you another set of options. For your standard tabs, it's going to come up with this right here, allowing you to kind of change the tab so that you can see it more easily. However, there's not a great deal that you can do with these standard tabs. You can change them a little bit, but you can't alter them enough to actually start your trading with them. For this, you're going to need premium tabs. I've got a few of these set up now, but the main difference you're going to see is the ones that I've actually changed, and that's going to be these two, saying selling 1 and selling 2. So now, for example, if there was something that I found that I thought I could sell for a little bit of exalted currency, say I found a pretty decent weapon that I think someone might well want, then I can chuck it on here and try my luck at getting some for it. But the first thing you want to do is exactly like you did before. You're going to want to change the actual tab a little bit and exactly what you call it. Again, pressing the right stick on the left, but on PC it will be something slightly different. It may be clicking the actual tab selection. You're going to come up with a slightly bigger menu. For this one, you can change the name of it, and of course you can change the colour, which will make things just a whole bunch easier to see. Then the main thing you'll want to do is to make sure you tick this one right here, which is going to mean it's open to the public. If you don't tick this, then people aren't going to be able to see it, you're not going to be able to trade, you're not going to be able to get your currency for it, so this is the main thing you'll definitely want activated. Then after that, if you want to do anything else with it, say you want to change it to whatever you're putting it on for currency, essence, uniques, click these, and then you're just going to save the changes. Then if you hover over the items that you've put in here, all of these are going to be on that trading site, so they're up for grabs, and then you're going to change whatever you need to with details wise on these by set the item note. That's going to be whatever this is just here. Change the price to whatever you need. For example, if you want it to be negotiable or the exact price, then of course change how much you want quantity, and then lastly whatever currency you're after. Most times things are going to be in exalted orbs if you're selling off something that's worth a pretty penny, and if it's absolutely amazing, that's when you tend to start putting it into the divine orb territory. These are worth an absolute abundance. I don't know the exact ratio at the moment, but I believe it's over 60 exalts to every one of these divine currently. Other than that, now you're pretty much set up. You can do whatever you want with trading, you can buy, you can sell, and hopefully you can make yourself some nice currency that can really help out across multiple classes. This time, like earlier, you will need to meet up with the individual in order to sell off your goods, but for this you're going to make sure you're watching out for your whispers for when someone says they're interested in your goods. And then exactly as you saw before, you're going to invite them to party, and then you walk over to them and do the trade same as before. Right, that's pretty much everything down there. Hopefully this has helped you out a little bit. There's going to be a load more content away from me, hints, tips, guides, builds, and just some things you should be looking out for. As always, for All Things Gaming, take care. I'll see you on the next day.